Infinity Downtown 2019 version. As you can see, this is the dugout version. Also comes in a flat deck. Flat deck sitting right there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but we'll bring it down in a couple seconds. So the Downtown is our choppy water downwind board. The reason why I say choppy water first is because I wouldn't overlook this board as just simply a downwind board. Even though it crushes downwind, and that's, you know, the DNA why we came up with this board was more of a specific downwind board. It turns out that a lot of people love this board just in choppy water. So that's upwind. This board is really, really nice upwind. It's really stable and forgiving side wind and side chop. And of course it rides the bumps like you wouldn't believe. Even on, you know, not super choppy days, just kind of those light wind choppy days, and just putting in some miles on it. It's just a fun board to paddle because it's, you know, it's different. It's just really stable, and it's really nice to paddle just in everything. We did do some refinements to the design this year. So the volume got shifted a little bit. We've tuned it up a little bit in the nose. We've added a little more scoop up here. It actually has the same amount of rocker at the tip. We just kind of bent it further back. So it has increased rocker, but it stays the same amount of rocker, if that makes sense. We softened up the edges on the sides just to make it a little more forgiving, but it's still squared up, but they're soft. We had a little bit of an edge last year and just kind of cleaned up the nose. So it's just really efficient, no matter if you're going upwind or downwind. So the volume got kind of pushed back, kind of that recovery volume we like to talk about, which just helps right the ship, keep it nice and stable, and keep that momentum going. And as you come back to the cockpit, there is an air vent, GoPro, GPS, hookups. We have a leash plug for your front foot. There's going to be 6 drain holes in this cockpit. The cockpit we did achieve about 1.5 inches wider standing area per size. And how we did that was squared up the rails a bit and pushed them out. So the rails did get a little higher, and the cockpit a little deeper with a little bit more standing zone. So guys are really liking that. You'll see the scuppers have covers on them. So it's just, you know, just covering the water from going back in, but they flush out super efficiently. And we still have the same mini square tail. It's a really narrow mini square tail, but the tail is really high. So this pulled in tail releases really nice, and it just, you know, in and out of swells, it'll release into that next bump real quick. And when you're front steering from the front of the board, side to side, this board's really responsive in the bumps. And let's flip it over. So the bottom of the Downtown, similar to last year, as I said, it's got a little bit more roll up front, so a little more forgiving. This bottom has some V up front with the roll. Fades out and starts just having a real small kiss of single concave, which the single concave, this combination, it makes it really nice to paddle. I'm not telling you it's like a fast flat water board, but you'll be surprised how nice it is to paddle compared to like a true planing hull. This does create a little bit of excitement when you're paddling, and that filters down to a double concave within a V panel out the back of the tail. So you can see the V is really high, so it's super simple to turn and navigate in and out of bumps. And the edges are just razor sharp. Construction's a big thing I want to talk about. Is we changed it up. So this has our LTD construction. It's our Team Elite carbon construction, but it got an upgrade. We shed 3 pounds off of these boards this year, so we're really excited about that. Why you're gonna get a dugout versus a flat deck, that is going to be personal preference. The dugouts are much more stable just as far as side to side. You're going to fall out of the dugout before this board flips over. So let's check out the flat deck. We'll set this down. So a lot of similarities in both boards. It's the same rocker line, the same bottom, the same nose, the same outline, only a flat deck. So The outline is a wide point forward, kind of a traditional downwind style outline. Wide point forward has the stability right under your feet and just carries that momentum in and out of bumps and enables you to have a nice narrow tail. The flat deck has a pretty mellow steel closed cell lightweight traction pad, but with a giant kick in the back. So the flat deck is just more of a traditional downwind feeling style board. You know, if the dugout freaks you out, you go this route and you're not gonna be bummed. We'll look at the bottom just to give you an idea. Same entry, more roll, has that little bit of V, kiss a single in the middle, and the double concave within a V out the tail. Both boards achieve the same thing. Some guys feel more stable on a flat deck because they feel more free and they're walking around and they're doing that. Other guys are really loving the dugout. That's the Downtown. 2 choices for you downwind enthusiasts. New construction, and I can't wait for you to try it out.